I'm a week late in filming I'm like a week and a half late in filming this video. Today. I'm a week and a half late. So George turned 6 months old last week, and I didn't film a video, and I think part of the reason is that, like, I'm supremely emotional that George is 6 months old already. So I spent a lot of the last week, he's sitting right here playing, in denial. But he's doing a lot of really fun things. We had a 6-month checkup last week, so I want to make sure I'm filming these monthly things, because even the other day I went back and I watched his 3-month update, and I was, like, so excited to see, like, what great progress he's made. So, yeah, so this is George's 6-month update. So I think the biggest update to George this last month is that he is now rolling like crazy. He was rolling when he was 5 months old too, but, like, now it's like I can't put him anywhere without, like, double checking, because he rolls multiple times. So he can go feet and feet and feet of rolling. He's also pushing with his legs. So he's super mobile, which is really fun, huh? And with that now, he's actually sleeping on his belly. So at night and during nap time, if he is put down on his back, he will roll and sleep on his belly, which was very stressful for me at first. But he is doing great, and he's got really good head and neck strength now, which his therapists are very pleased with. So I'm very proud of him. And so it was scary the first few nights that he slept, but he's just more comfortable on his belly when he sleeps, and we have a good sleep sack that helps with that. So yeah, he's super mobile, and it's very cute. The next big George thing that's happened this month is we have tried a ton of baby food in the last month. So his body did not like the cereal stuff, the baby cereal. He was constipated for like a week at one point, and so we did it for like the 2 weeks that you're supposed to. I think it is. I don't remember how long we did it, but we did it for how long you're supposed to, and he did great. We thickened it. He was fine. He had no issues eating it. His body didn't respond well, which I guess happens sometimes. So we didn't do it for that long, and then we started introducing some food to him. The first food we introduced to him was peas, and then we tried apples and carrots, bananas, carrots, sweet potatoes. Is that it? Apples, peas, carrots, banana, sweet potatoes. Yeah, those are the 5 that he's had. And his favorite is by far carrots. But he likes them all. He's actually not had a negative reaction to any of them. He will eat 3 2-ounce jars a day. So we haven't started replacing it with his bottles or anything yet. We just add it right now. And so he's eating... Right? He's eating 6 ounces of baby food a day on top of his 5 ounces every 3 to 4 hours-ish. So that's been really fun. Feeding him is the best. Feeding him is the most fun. He's hilarious. He loves to eat. He gets really excited. He sees the little spoons and he sticks his tongue straight out. We were given some really great tips from his occupational therapists about ways to encourage oral motor skills when eating. So we've been working with him on that. And I've actually been making his food for him. So I have been pureeing everything for him. So that's really fun for me too, is that I'm like cooking for my baby and I'm not a cook. So that's been really fun. It's the most exciting thing. His favorite thing to do is blow raspberries when he's got a mouthful of like green food. With that, his spit up is now colorful. So we've gone through a lot of bibs, a lot of sheets, a lot of shirts for me. So it's a whole new world. It's so exciting. It's so much fun. Feeding him is the best. George is still Mr. Social Butterfly. He's very vocal, very vocal. We're getting good, strong belly laughs out of him now, which is fun. He has started adding consonants to his babbling. So I learned that cooing is sounds that are just vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y's. And then the consonants are the other letters that get added in. And right now he has added consonants into his cooing, which means it's babbling. But what's hilarious about it is now when he babbles, it sounds like he's angry. And so like he'll be babbling in the grocery store and it sounds like he's screaming and like cussing me out. It's so funny. There's a cat here too. Oh! It sounds like he's mad all the time, which is really cute and really funny. He will smile at anybody, which has not changed in a lot of time in his life. He's a very social baby. But now there's been a change in him, I think, because he's got such strong head and neck muscles that he is able to like look around and make his own social choices for himself now, which is really, really fun. His favorite people are still me and Kyle, and Grandpa Jeff are still his faves. He's very partial to people. But honestly, he's never like cried with any of that. I am starting to notice a little bit of separation anxiety from me when I leave. So if I drop him off with my dad or something, my dad told me that he does get a little sad for a little bit after I leave. And the other day, my brother was holding him, and I noticed he started crying when he saw me. So he is starting to like show that he prefers to be with some people, which is new. Another new really fun George thing that has happened in the last few weeks, really, is he's now loving toys, which is so fun. We have, actually, I can show you because I'm sitting right here. We have this wonderful playmat that was sent to us by someone we love, which he loves, and I hang different things from it. So he loves to play on this. He's got a basket of little toys. There he is right there. Say hi. Oh, don't be mad. Here, play with this one. You like this one. So he's grabbing toys and he's chewing. He really, really, really likes toys now, which is really fun. His favorite toys are ones like, oh, I got one right here. Oh, see, he hears it. He likes bells. Can you get it? He likes bells and rattles. Like, those are his favorites. So that's really fun. Because also that's a really good way to entertain him. So now if like I need to do something, I can put him on this mat and give him a couple of toys and he'll play now, which is new, that he's not just like looking at things, he's like chewing them and playing with them and shaking them, not banging anything together yet, he wouldn't be, but yeah, it's really fun. I love to watch him play, and I love to see him like choose the toys that he wants to play with. George had his 6-month checkup last week, just a couple days after he turned 6 months. So we weighed him. He weighs 13.5 pounds and is 24 inches long. So he's grown a ton of inches. Well, not a ton. He's grown a couple of inches. He's gained a lot of weight. The doctor was really excited, and his head circumference is getting really, really big. So that was all really good news. The doctor was really optimistic about all of that. Weight's never been a concern with him. So he's in perfect health, but because we're at that 6-month mark now, our pediatrician just wants us to get like the routine stuff. So we're going to get his thyroid checked, his eyes checked, his ear, just a bunch of like stuff just to stay proactive in his health. Our pediatrician is very optimistic about all of it though, because he is growing so much and he's not like slowing down with it at all. The pediatrician cleared me to run with him, which I'm really excited. We're going to get a running stroller so that I can run with him now because he weighs enough. And yeah, our pediatrician is very astounded by how like medically simple George is. And like, yeah, I have to go to a few more appointments for him, but it's all just proactive preventive care at this point. There's no concerns with any of it. So that was really exciting. He got his 6-month shots, which he did great with his 6-month shots. His 2-month shots were terrible. His 4-month shots were decent. 6-month shots, he had a fever a little bit, but he didn't really fuss for a lot of the day. So that was really good, and now he doesn't get any shots for a really long time. So that's really nice. The pediatrician is very happy with him, and he likes him, and he was laughing because George wouldn't let him do anything without doing it. So like the pediatrician brought the stethoscope down to George, and George like grabbed it, and the pediatrician was like, oh, he wants to help a lot. So it was fun. It's fun. This will be a quick one. Naps are bad still. George is still sleeping through the night. He's actually sleeping between 10 and 12 hours a night, which is great. I'm very thrilled with that. He's never had any issues with that. I think I'm getting a package right now. So nighttime is great. He's a great sleeper. He's started having some nightmares. So every now and then he'll like wake up in the middle of the night and yell. One time he won't wake up. He'll just yell and then roll back over and fall asleep. Which his therapist said he's going to start doing. His physical therapist said it's a developmental thing. So that started happening, but George doesn't nap. George is a terrible napper. Tell me. We've tried just about every trick under the book to get him to like naps, and none of them work. We have blackout curtains. We've tried different swaddles. We've tried sound machines and music, and he hates the rocking chair. So I attribute it to him being really social, and if there's any stimulation in the house whatsoever, he wants to party with it. And so every now and then we'll have a good day, but for the most part, naps are really hard on both of us because I know he needs to nap. He's tired and cranky, but he doesn't want to, and he's very stubborn. He's a very stubborn baby. So yeah, nap time isn't great, and bath time still is really bad. We've had no improvements with bath time. We had one good bath a couple of weeks ago where he didn't scream. He wasn't happy, but he didn't scream. But he really hates being in the water. We didn't take him in a pool this summer. Honestly, we might still. Summer's not quite over yet, but to be very honest, I'm not optimistic about it. He hates water a lot. So we'll see. I know he's going to take swimming lessons soon at some point. I shouldn't say soon. I don't know. He hates water a lot. So we'll just see. We'll just see. But naps and baths are really hard on, it's hard on the baby, of course, because he hates them and he screams and he cries. And then it's really hard on the parents, too, because it's what's best for him. He needs to nap and he needs to be bathed. But, it's hard. It's really hard. Those are the two really hardest things, is that he just doesn't want to do that. And like I said, he's a very stubborn baby. So it's a battle of, we are your parents and we are also stubborn people. So that's kind of that. Like I said, I had a very hard time with George turning 6 months old. I don't know why. I don't know why the 6 month mark felt really big to me, but it was. I cried most of the day. Yeah. I think it's just because, nobody is joking or exaggerating when they say, you blink and time is gone. I can't believe it's been 6 months since he's been on this earth. And I haven't known him for 6 months yet, right? But, maybe by now, yeah. No, still not quite yet. But, he's actually also grown into his 6 month clothes. So he's caught up because he was always sizes behind his age. He was in preemie clothes till he was almost 2 months old. And so now that he's 6 months, he's in 6 month clothes. So he's exploded in that regard. But I don't know. I had a really hard time. It was very emotional for me. It felt big because the next big birthday we celebrated is his first birthday. So we're so thankful that we get to be his parents, and we're going to talk about parenthood in a couple of weeks for a video. We want to talk about 6 months, our first 6 months of parenting. We want to reflect on it. So that'll come soon, but because we haven't been parents for 6 months yet. That's all we got. That's all I got today. We can't believe our lucky stars that we get to be his parents, and we love him so very much. There's a bird. Did you see it? Did you see it? So that's all we got. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure these ones are mainly for me. I know that. And I don't mind one bit because I'm going to really like watching these in the future. So, you say goodbye? Oh, all right. Bye.